Mind you, I've never seen fashion magazines in my life. I've never worn makeup or heels for that matter.
In our industry, there's where you make money and the rest of it is fluff.
I think change is very good, regardless in what shape or form it comes into it.
Don't wait for the job to come to you. You create the job.
And one of the reasons I came to the United States was actually to experience life. The Iman home is my passion. I love interior decorating.
It's not what you achieve or what you gain. It's what you really inspire other people to do.
I didn't want the old mentality that the whole world is black and white, because the world is not black and white. Always know your worth. Don't ever settle for less. I wanted really to create a book that really celebrated and a way to show it that we're here and we're very beautiful.
She's a Somali fashion model, actress, and entrepreneur. A pioneer in the field of ethnic cosmetics, she's also known for her charitable work. As of 2010, Iman Cosmetics is a $25 million a year business. She's Iman Abdulmajid, and here are her top 10 rules for success.
And then one day, lo and behold, while I was crossing on my way to the campus, this photographer by the name Peter Beard stopped me and said, have you ever been photographed before? Mind you, I've never seen fashion magazines in my life. I've never worn makeup or heels for that matter. So I had no idea what he was talking about. But I thought, oh, here we go, another white man who thinks Africans have never seen a camera before or never been photographed. I said, yes, I have. And he said, what magazine? And I said, my parents. And he said, I'd like to take your pictures. And as I walked, kept on walking, he said the magic word. He said, I'll pay you. And I said, well, how much? He said, well, how much do you want? And I, right there and there on the streets of Nairobi, on my way to campus, I made my first modeling transaction. And I said $8,000 because that was the tuition. And a couple of months later, he brought the pictures to America. They called for me, and I have been here since then.
And I wanted what I called the spoils of war. Because in our industry, there's where you make money, and the rest of it is fluff. What you do in what's called editorial in the magazines, they pay you $250 a whole day. That's not money. There's prestige in it, but that's not money. Advertising, cosmetic contracts, that's where the money is. That's where they may pay you $500,000, $1 million for jobs. That's what I wanted. I wanted that spoils of war.
Yeah?
Yeah. And that's what I fought for.
Was it out of, and I don't mean this disrespectful, but was it out of greed or was it out of wanting to be valued?
It's about a value system. If you're going to pay that amount to another girl, why couldn't you pay me for the same service I provided? It's about that. It's about that. It's not about greed, because if, because at the sense, usually people who are about greed, they will prostitute themselves. They'll do whatever it takes to get there. And my sense of value was that I'll sit it out. Either they'll come my way or no way.
Failure to me, I'm not scared of it because it just gives me the opportunity for change. I think change is very good, regardless in what shape or form it comes into it, because it makes you really observe and reorganize and rethink your life.
The Project Runway Canada thing, what I wondered is, like, obviously a very different scenario from where you started, but when you see these people who are trying to break in, you watch the whole experience, you see them from a perspective that you understand perhaps all too well.
Absolutely. But the funny part is that it's a double-edged sword now, because they become, like on this show, they could literally become household names overnight.
Yeah.
And to forget that there is hard work that comes with it, and just feel and believe in the hype, so to speak, it will be their downfall. That will be their downfall.
Did that ever happen to you? Were you walking around going, I'm your mom?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm the shit.
You can say whatever you want.
And then some young girl comes in and takes your place. Yeah. there's always a young girl.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an incredibly competitive industry on that level.
It is. But what it makes... The people who have really, who have a sense of like, this is a business, and how to learn very early how you become the product. Don't wait for the job to come to you. You create the job. Those are the only ones who survive in the business. The Cindy Crawford, Linda Evangelista, Tyra Banks, Heidi Klum.
Was it incredibly shell-shocking to go to Studio 54, to New York, to sex, drugs, rock and roll, that world?
Yeah.
What was it like? What kind of challenge was it, and how did you deal with that?
Oh, it wasn't a challenge. I was 18, I was ready. I was bring more. No, of course. I mean, you know, I was 18 years old. And one of the reasons I came to the United States was actually to experience life. But I had no idea what I was getting into. But what saved me, I always say, is that I've always known when to leave the party. I never stayed the party too long. You know, there's a time and a place for it. And in this industry, modeling is really, really critical that you are very professional to show up on time. And everything you do, whether it's sex, drugs, and rock and roll, it will show in your face. So it is moderation and when to know when it's enough and when it's really to be serious about business. It's been fun.
Coming from modeling, where does the business background come from? I mean, there are other models who have tried to turn something else, but you've developed a full business. Did that just come along the way?
I think most of it was a natural progression. It wasn't something I really thought about it and really thought it through. But everything of it has to be authentic. So the cosmetics was a natural given because I could never find cosmetics for myself all the years I've modeled. So that was a natural progression because not only I was looking for one, but all women of skin of color were asking me the same thing. So Iman Cosmetics launching it was really a natural. The other stuff was really passion. The Iman home is my passion. I love interior decorating. So that was really, truly just passion. And the HSN Global Chic, because HSN came to me and I created a small collection of accessories, and then it just became more and more, and now it's like the #2 fashion brand at HSN.
At this point in your career, how do you judge success?
By what you inspire other people to do.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what really success is. It's not what you achieve or what you gain. It's what you really inspire other people to do.
Did you always see it that way? In the beginning of your career, would you have answered that question the same way?
No, it would have all been about me. Yeah, what's in it for me? It would have been that, yeah.
What made that change then for you?
I think age, you accumulate some kind of a wisdom. You see how you affect other people's lives in small ways that become big ways.
Yeah.
Self-esteem is a big issue, as little as it is. And as everybody thinks that, especially pretty people or pretty girls have it. And kids, you think they're born with exuberance and innocence, but their self-esteem can be taken away so easily. That simple thing that I do in my career as a model, and then especially as a CEO of Iman Cosmetics, has been really huge for me. Mm-hmm. It galvanized the whole generation of young girls to think of themselves differently. So to me, that is an inspiration to me to see people, young girls, changing right in front of my eyes as they grow up and saying, yeah, I am too beautiful, yeah. I started Iman Cosmetics in 1994. So when I was creating Iman Cosmetics, to me, I wanted to have a new language. I didn't want the old mentality that the whole world is black and white, because the world is not black and white. There's a lot of different shades in between. And so I wanted to create a new product, a new language for people to address what beauty is. And in 1994, when I created Iman Cosmetics, it was the first company that was truly multicultural and truly global in terms of all the skin tones that we were covering. We started first in America and Canada. Well, now we're also in Europe, in London, in France, in England, in France. I remember as young as 7, 8, my mom telling me, always know your worth. Don't ever settle for less. So that is what I came to this country with. So I was the first model who said, I'm not going to do any job unless I get paid the same amount, because to me it was just, I'm providing a service. So what has that got anything to do with? I wrote I Am Iman, which was a book that really addressed my working life as a model in 2000. And for years and years, of course, owning a cosmetic company, publishers have asked me to write a beauty book. So I thought really who I want to write this book is for, like the generation of my daughter, who's 9 years old,
who is a multiracial. So the book is called The Beauty of Color. When you look at the book, there is the pictures of these beautiful girls, but on the side is the name, their name and their country of origin. And I wanted to celebrate that. So I wanted really to create a book that really celebrated and a way to show it that we're here and we're very beautiful.